Hi, and welcome back to our Squad Leader tutorial series. Recently, we have been covering the prep fire phase and all the non-firing activities that occur during that prep fire phase. We're now almost up to the firing stage of prep fire, so we're going to do a slight detour. Several of our viewers have requested a discussion on guns as targets. It falls into the realm of prep fire, so we can cover it now. In the picture below, we see the three types of guns. The gun with the small white dot around the manhandling number is a small target. If there's nothing around the manhandling number, there is no size modification. If the manhandling number is red, the gun is a large target. For simplicity's sake, we are going to have the tank fire at emplaced guns of varying sizes from outside the covered arc of the guns in question. When firing at emplaced guns outside the covered arc of the gun, the 2-hit dice roll is modified as follows. +2 for the emplacement of the gun, plus or minus a size modifier, and in this case, the buttoned up status of the various tanks. Let's use the Russian tank shooting at the two German guns first. The first target will be the 88 long anti-aircraft gun with the red manhandling number. In essence, when shooting at a gun, you are firing at the infantry manning the gun. So at a range of 3 hexes, infantry target type starts out as an 8, as per our C3 table. There are no modifiers for range, so the final 2 number needed is an 8. The dice roll modifiers start as +2 for emplaced gun and +1 for the buttoned up status of the tank. Now, because the 88 is a large gun, there is a -1 DRM to the 2-hit as well. So the total DRM to hit for the emplaced 88 anti-aircraft gun is +2. The tank will hit the infantry manning the gun on a 6 or less. Assume the tank rolls a 5 on the hit roll. It hits the infantry. They now get hit on the 12 firepower column with no modification. If the result is a K/result, the crew is eliminated and the gun has received enough damage to malfunction. If it is a KA result, then the gun is removed and the crew is killed, because the gun has taken a direct hit and been destroyed. All other morale checks occur normally. Now we go to the anti-tank gun with the white dot around the manhandling number. The final hit number needed again is an 8. The DRMs are +2 for emplaced, +1 for buttoned up, and +1 for a small target. So the tank will need a 4 or less to hit the infantry manning the gun. If a hit occurs, the same results apply. If it is a K/result, the crew is gone and the gun is malfunctioned. If the crew is KA, the crew is dead and the gun is gone. All the other morale checks occur normally. Now let's use the King Tiger firing at the Russian 76 artillery piece, emplaced. Again, at a range of 3 hexes, the final modified 2-hit number is an 8. The modifiers are +2 for emplaced and +1 for buttoned up. Therefore, the King Tiger will hit the infantry manning the gun on a 5 or less. If the King Tiger hits them, then the German player rolls on the IFT with a K/result killing the crew and the gun being malfunctioned, and a KA result causing the crew to die and the gun removed. All the morale checks occur normally. Infantry firing at all these guns would receive the +2 DRM for the guns being emplaced. Now let's attack these guns through their covered arcs. This is the more common occurrence. The Russian KV is going to fire at the German anti-tank gun. Now, unlike artillery pieces and most AA guns, the anti-tank gun has a gun shield on it. This comes into play as follows. Now let's assume the Russian tank hits the anti-tank gun again when he rolls a 4, because the 2-hit roll needed and modifiers are all the same. This time the Russian player rolls a 5 on the IFT. This is not a K/result, nor is it a KA result. So now the crew receives the +2 DRM on the IFT roll for the gun shield. Therefore, instead of having to pass a 2 morale check due to the 5 the Russian player rolled on the 12 firepower column IFT, it is modified to a 7, so the crew only has to pass a 1 morale check. If the result had been a K or KA result, there would not have been any modification. Infantry firing at the gun would receive the same +2 emplacement modifier it did firing at the gun before. If, for some reason, the gun was not emplaced, the crew could receive the gun shield TEM if the fire came from within the covered arc of the gun. Now let's go to the King Tiger firing at the Russian artillery piece from within the gun's covered arc. If the Tiger hits with a 5, like it did before, none of the IFT results will be modified, even if the hit only resulted in a morale check. So if the King Tiger rolled a 6 on the IFT result, there would be no +2 modifier to the IFT roll, so the crew would have to pass a 2 morale check. If the gun was a Russian anti-tank gun that was hit, then the non-KA/K result would be modified by the +2 to an 8, so the crew would only have to have a 1 morale check. Finally, if the King side decided to fire its barrel machine gun and coaxial machine gun at the gun crew, it would be on the 8 firepower table with a +2 DRM. Now, some incidental notes about guns as targets. A gun can only be emplaced if it starts the game on board and is not moved. When a gun is a target, the owning player gets the choice of the TDM or emplacement, but not both. If small arms fire results in a KA result against a manning crew, then the gun may be destroyed by random gun and support weapon destruction. This concludes our video on guns as targets. I hope you found it useful and enjoyable. Please remember that this and all the videos are meant as introductions to give you enough confidence to dive in and have some fun playing this great game. The best way to learn this game is to play and don't worry about making mistakes. Perhaps learn from a more experienced player and go to one of the many tournaments like the Nor'easter in Boxborough, Massachusetts, and the New York State ASL Championships in Albany, New York. If you like this and our other videos, please like us on YouTube and subscribe to our channel. If you have any thoughts, questions, or suggestions, feel free to contact us at jdhobbies@live.com and look for us at J&D Hobbies Massapequa Park on Google. And like always, thanks for watching.